Good morning, kids. Grumpy Man here. I'm in Quebec City, or like the suburbs of Quebec City, just leaving the hotel. It's 7 a.m. You see my bike in full touring mode, which I'm glad I put the handguards and not so glad about the windshield. It makes my helmet buff it a bit, but anyway, it's like 10 degrees, so it's a bit chilly this morning. I'm going north, going to Baie Trinité, which is just past about 100 kilometers past Baie Comeau. And I'm not sure. I have a hotel in Baie Comeau. Going to go up to Manic, which is a hydroelectric place, which is about 300 kilometers due north of Baie Comeau. Right now we're kind of going along the coast, so just wanted to check in. I'll check in later when there's some scenery, because now I'm just getting out of the city before the traffic starts. So, see you in a bit. Well, hey guys, Grumpy Man here. So, since last time I talked, that was 7 a.m. this morning. Let's just get going and not get an accident here. It is now 1:26 and I've been pretty much driving ever since. So, we just went through Baie Comeau. Now I am on the 389. Nice scenery. This is going to take me way up north to the Manic 5, or Manic Sank as I say here, hydroelectric dam, which unfortunately is closed for the season because they have free tours. So this is supposed to be a very nice twisty road with, yes, you can see the scenery. So I didn't film much of the ride up here. It was scenic too. See, they tell you they're gas at 94 kilometers. My range is 282. So at 94, at the 94 kilometer, I'm probably going to top off so I can go there and back. I don't want to have to worry about gas. So it's a pretty good day. It was cold this morning when we left. So I left from Quebec City, or the outskirts of Quebec City, and went up the 138 through Baie St. Paul and all the nice little places. But going through some mountains there, went down to about 5 degrees Celsius. That was a little bit chilly. But luckily, I put my hand guards on, like I said before, and well, that windscreen, which just deflects it into my helmet to make noise, basically. But hand guards make a bit of a difference, and heated grips, and we were okay. It wasn't too bad. I still have all the same clothes on. I just put these gloves are a little bit lighter than the ones I had on. So this is supposed to be a super nice road. So you can take this road. Just before I put the camera on, there was a sign for Labrador. So yes, you can get to Labrador from here, but it's not all paved. So if you had, I think those guys are on adventure bikes. I just passed them. They were just stopped checking something on their bikes. So I'm not gonna be up their asses. Let's just. I'm not in a rush. So this is about. I mean, am I tired? Somewhat. I'm somewhat sore. I have a hotel booked in Baie Comeau, which is the city we just left, so I'll probably get to the hotel around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm going to take some pictures up here, rest. I got a snack with me, and I will enjoy a fine beverage tonight, that is for sure. And then tomorrow, okay, so Sunday is supposed to be probably piss pouring rain. I forgot to actually check the weather again to see if it updated. Anyway, tomorrow is Saturday. It's the long Labor Day weekend. So tomorrow I'm gonna wake up fairly early, and I'll probably go further east up the coast to Baie Trinité, Trinity Bay, and then from there I'll turn around. Like, I'll go up there, maybe find a place to eat, breakfast, and then start heading home. And to go home, I don't want to take the same way, so I might, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll, instead of, maybe I'll do what I did last year, which is follow the Saguenay to Chicoutimi and come down roads like this. We'll see. So in other news, today is the 31st of August, and this is my last day of warranty on the bike. This switchgear here, the infometer is sticky, or it was. Now it seems to be working okay, but anyway, I called the dealer and they had to order it. I don't know where it came from. So they're going to fix it, of course. My oil consumption is still somewhat troubling. So I put 400 milliliters in before. Anyway, I got to look at all the mileage and everything. Harass them again. I took a picture because the deal was when the oil got low again, not to touch it and just bring it to the dealer. Then they would say, "Oh yes, it needed, 400 milliliters, and you need to," and they take note of the mileage, and they'd say okay, and then they'd maybe open a claim with BMW corporate to say, "What are you going to do to fix this?" So I don't know if I'm going to get. I mean, the bike runs fine. In the grand scheme of things, if I have to put some oil and they're not going to fix it, I'll be pissed and I'll fight against it, but in all honesty, it doesn't affect me that much. I'm not sure how long the battery lasts on this. I think it's an hour. I'm really happy with my Cardo Freecom 2. I've done I've done 6 hours today of basically listening to music the whole time, and it's still fine. I don't know what the battery level is, but it hasn't conked out yet, so especially what you want is a full day of you want a full day of power. I could be charging it now, actually, but I have my phone plugged in. I have to take my seat off and everything. It's just a bit of a pain. I wonder if people actually live up here, or it's just campgrounds and stuff. You could live up here. There's hydro lines. Maybe I'll say hi to these guys. They're probably going the same place I am. I always, I'll say hi to bike guys. So it's 17 out now. It's just absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. I was really happy the way the weekend turned out. Yesterday I just walked around a bit, the section of Quebec that I was in. There was a park and stuff, and just basically chillaxed. I was in bed at 9. Woke up at 6 and was out at 7. I stopped for a quick McDo. I like getting my hot cakes and bacon when I'm on the bike, because I find that fills me up nice. I have some nuts and a fruit juice in my top case. Oh, not construction. They've been construction, man, and the kind of construction where you sit there for 10 minutes and you wait for the escort truck, and there's a big line of you. They almost look like these guys have matching bikes. Almost. One of them is a bit smelly. I'm not in a rush. It's 214 kilometers. I'm gonna be sore. Hot shower and a good beverage tonight will feel nice. My original plan was doing this tomorrow morning, so going to Trinity Bay and then coming back to the hotel. But this way, I'll look at a map. I'll look at Google Maps and see what which way I'm going to take home. I mean, I have a limited choice, like up this far north. I have to take the 138 to get... Oh boy, the views here, man. Yeah, I have to take the 138 to get back to just before Tadoussac. And then I think it's the 172 that goes west. With these crosses everywhere, I don't know if they're like someone died there or what the deal is. So, an observation which I've made before, but since I have a wrecked shoulder, a bike with more wind protection is definitely somehow in the works for me, because the rest of me isn't really sore. I mean, sure, you get a little tight and your ass is a little bit sore, but you just, you know, get off the bike for a few minutes and you're fine. But the wind pressure on my head is, yeah, it hurts my neck. Lac Denise. So yeah, I should be coming back up to Quebec City later this month for a BMW demo day, where I'm going to try a GS Adventure and or a K1600 GT just to see. I have to look for a video, see if someone has done has vlogged the trip to Labrador, because it's supposed to be amazing. But of course, you need to bring extra gas, you need to bring camping stuff. It's a bit hardcore. I don't think it's like the Road of Bones in Siberia, but maybe similar. Woo! These guys are driving reasonably. Well, I'm hoping the GoPro captures, you know, how beautiful it is up here. Yeah, I have no idea if there's cell service or... there's a campground or something. Yeah, all these, oof. Oh, there's houses. %10 grade. I don't know why I keep going between 5th and 6th. I just keep it in 5th. Fuck, I could keep it in 4th. It's gonna... Lieu d'évacuation. Evacuation from what? Hopefully wearing my tires. So my tires I've got, well, I had when I checked them, oh, Manic 2. You passed? There's 2? Oh, okay. So I got the Metzler Road Tech 01s, and I mean, they're fine. I changed my Michelin Pilot Road 4s at 12,000 kilometers. The front was heavily cupped, still had tread left, and the back was almost at the indicators, so it was, you know, almost time to change. So I changed them. I have 15, well, probably more now, but I had 15,000 on these, and the front is it's cupping a little bit, but the back is squared off quite a bit. Which I'm not, my PR4s didn't, so I don't, I'm not going to replace it this year probably, but it's going to need to be replaced. So I don't know if I'm going to put a set. I'm not a big fan of mixing and matching tires. I know you can. Oh wow, Manic 2. Maybe there's a place to take a little picture. Oh, you can go down there. Well, I'm gonna go over here maybe and take a picture. That's pretty cool. Yay, look at this. So that's Manic 2. I guess it's not in, it looks like it's coming apart. So let's just take a picture. I'll just pause the camera a sec. I'll be right back. So I think I'm back. I think you could go, those dudes went down there. I don't know, I guess it's not too restricted anymore, but I don't have that much time to mess around. Actually, how many times are you gonna see this? Let's go see if it looks like Chernobyl. It'd be pretty cool to see the camera going, yeah, so we'll catch it all on the old GoPro. Oh, there's a turbine there. That's pretty cool. I don't know where those guys went, but maybe I'll take the other camera out here. Yeah, let's look at this here. If I get out of this stupid case, and I didn't even charge it, so we'll see. Look at that. Nice little camera, I'll leave it like that. Oh, that's pretty cool. So they did offer tours at one point, but I think this one, I don't know, there's all these people here. Maybe they're giving tours still. But on the website it says that it's closed. At least the other one is. Unless I want to talk, I don't have, I'm not in a rush, but I want to spend some time looking at the live dam. Oh wow, there's another spot here. This is pretty trippy, man. Ooh. So, Grumpy Man doesn't like heights. Wow. Look at that. I hope the camera is picking that up, but that's pretty cool stuff. So I've been to the Hoover Dam. That was pretty cool. Yeah, they call it the Barrage Daniel Johnson, ex-premier of, or if you're American, like governor, so, of Quebec. So, I was actually liking following those guys because I think they knew the road. They gave me thumbs up for my bike, so I mean, they gotta be nice guys. A lot of people like this bike, and it's not very common. So I've seen one of this, like a liquid cooled one. So 2015 I've seen it, one or two. Like I saw one about a month ago when I went to a little event downtown Montreal. risk of animals, you think? Yeah, so I was kind of pacing, following those guys. I wish my neck wasn't so sore and stuff because... Oh, wow. Because... I haven't got rid of it yet, but... The spring is going to be a new thing. So hopefully I'm going to physio and I'm going to massage therapy, alternating I have one every week, but... So I'm not going to be riding in the winter, obviously, since I live in the Great White North. So hopefully I can stop being so sore that I can actually start doing some sort of muscle training. So weights or, you know, anything really, just to get my strength back. And I know you can get big ass windscreens for this bike, but they're really ugly. Like, I could get one that's taller and it'll send the air probably over my head. But the way this has like a droopy headlight, kind of the way it looks, I mean, the bags on the bike is fugly. Because they're not, I mean, the BMW bags look a bit better, even though they only come in gray and the bike doesn't come in gray. But these ones are, you know, these are like half the price. Probably have a bit more room too. I guess this is a nice road for little sporty cars too. So there's lots of bugs. I was told, someone told me that it's nice and twisty, but there's a lot of bugs. That's okay. It's what do they announce this as? They say it's a feat of Quebec engineering. We're pretty good at making hydroelectric dams, apparently, which I don't doubt, since it's most of our power. It's a shame I couldn't do a tour, but next year I'll probably come back and I'll do the tour. So, because I could do Baie Comeau in one day. So Baie Comeau is, if I look at my trip meter, so it's about 600 kilometers from home. So it's a good 7-hour drive, depending on which way you take. Yeah, no, there was no cell signal. That was somewhat not surprising that there's no cell signal. So that's it's good. I've got my card. I got turned my card off, so I didn't expect there to be cell service at all. So it's okay, as long as you don't break down. You don't really need it, right? You're out to be on the bike. Yeah, I hope the GoPro is not full of bugs yet. No, it looks okay. Well, when they show the sign for how much is left, I will check my consumption. I can do, like, it says I've done 130 and it says I've got 250, that's 380. I've done 360 something, I think. So if I don't know the roads too much, I don't push it too much. I've seen a lot of guys with four-wheelers on the trailers today. Should have told those guys, hey, you're going to be on YouTube. I have to get some stickers made and stuff. I give them a sticker. the web on it. So. I could use a coffee though. Yeah. Maybe they have some sort of caffeinated beverage at the gas station. Oh, it is nice. I was having a bit of a crappy week. Just work is pretty dull. So it was nice. I ended up leaving a bit earlier, so yesterday, I was going to leave around noon and just go up to Quebec City, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll take this more scenic route, not just take the highway, the main highway, the highway 40. And then I ended up getting stuck in such bad traffic that I ended up taking the 40, and it took me 4 hours, which is usually, that's a bit longer. It should be 2.5, 3 hours. So that was kind of gross. And I did something I never do, which is I rode in the emergency lane because it was dead stop. I didn't move for like 10 minutes. Like, got off my bike, and I'm like, well, I wanted to get to Quebec City because there's a lot of construction. I wanted to get there before traffic, before afternoon rush hour. So I drove very slowly, like 25 kilometers an hour in the emergency for about, I don't know, 3 kilometers. It narrowed to one lane because of some construction, and that just messed everything up. Mr. is gonna find his spot to go off road. Yeah, I don't mind burning down these sections that are just straight here. Look at this. So nice. Yeah, there's another, oh, that was weird. Like a platform on top of the bed. I don't want to ask how he gets it, what kind of ramp he has to go up to get there. So piece of land. Well, I don't see any power lines or stuff, so if you have a cottage up here, it's really roughing it, which I don't really have a problem with. I think that's pretty good. I used to be friends with someone a long time ago that they had a cottage, and it was there was no electricity, and you had to get there by boat. So you parked at the dock, you got your coolers of beer, let's be real, that's the essentials, right? Beer. And go there. They had gas though, so they had a gas tank that got delivered, a propane. I think maybe it was a guy that came and filled it. So they had propane. So somehow there's a propane fridge. So we turn that on when we get there. And there's a fireplace and obviously a gas stove. Very nice. And they pump water all the way up the hill. It was on a hill. And they had a big, like a little reservoir water tank, and you can have hot water because they had a gas hot water heater. Fast shower though. If you wanted to shower, it was like, okay, like 5-10 minutes tops. So that was pretty cool. That was a long time ago. Jeez, like 25 years ago. So yeah, it's on Lac Trempe. That's probably all built up by now. So earlier, was it today or yesterday? Yesterday, I saw a motorcycle up ahead on the side of the road. So I slowed down a bit. So I said maybe the guy needs some help because it wasn't really like a spot. And then as I got closer, I saw a fluorescent vest, and it was a cop with a radar gun or laser or whatever they use these days. That's pretty funny. So I think like 120 is tolerated. I was doing 120, 118, 120. That's set the cruise for 120. It varies up and down a bit. and don't seem to care. Wow. Before anyone comments, if I knew these roads, maybe I'd go a tiny bit faster, but I'm not putting a knee down, and I have no idea what sand is here, or... Oh, there's a house right there. Cool. Right on here? Wow, that must be awful. Look at this. Talk about peaceful. Because this isn't... Okay, this is technically a thoroughfare to go to... Oh, this is amazing. To go to Labrador, but no one's driving to Labrador. Like, they're flying stuff. I don't even think it's a trucking road or something. I know I'm gonna have to Google all this and see. Wow. But so this is pretty. If there's people here, if you see cars, it's because they've come to do something. Either see the installation, or they've gone camping or something, or I guess hunting. Okay, there's gonna be. Centre de... Oh, the road. I don't know if you can, because there's vibration reduction in the GoPro, but it's like blah, 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 blah. Yeah, this road is. So it's stuff like this. If they're going to do this road, that's why they're clearing here, so they can make some room. But when they pave these roads, and you're stuck here, it smells nice though. All the cut wood. That's my bad. You can hardly see. Wow. I am gonna wash my windshield, my visor when I get to... Yeah, see all this wood chips? Yeah. Good stuff. And sand, look at that. Like, I have good confidence in my bike and the technology and all that. And I have somewhat good confidence in my motorcycling skills. But you hit a patch of sand like that and you're leaned over a bit. I mean, ABS or traction control, whatever, you're dropping. Too bad you couldn't smell stuff on YouTube, because so it feels like they're going to expand the road or do something. I don't know. What's with the cloud, man? I'm also glad I packed the pin lock shield for the helmet, because it was really cold this morning. I would have been fogging up a bit. So pin lock is like a window at your house. There's an airspace. It's another little plastic shield with a seal, and it goes in. It sticks inside. So a bunch of... this is a shoey. They have it, but the thing is, this thing fogs up like crazy if you don't have that. And I think I put like fingerprints all here. There's a spot in the bottom left corner that's all fingerprinted out. So I will clean that tonight. Yeah. Yeah, someone could be building a cottage or a campground or something. I mean, they'll bring... there's power here. So... they bring power if there's enough houses. See, for sale. mean, it's nice to have electricity at your cottage, but not having internet, it might be good for a few days to turn off and not see all the nonsense that's going on. Yeah, bring some books and nap. Napping is very underrated. Napping. Sit up here, you put a hammock in the trees, and you just go to sleep. I'm gonna Google it and see if it is a logging road. Like maybe it is a shipping. SOS. They have a hardline phone, emergency phone. That's good. I guess if you broke down here and there's no cell signal, they got. I mean, the truckers used to have CBs and stuff. I don't know if they must still use that, but out here I don't know what the reception is for that kind of stuff. So what's good about a boxer engine? I'm in 4th gear here and I can just leave it in 4th. I can go anywhere from 40 kilometers an hour to 140. Like, there's so much, the torque, the torque is so, there's so much torque, the torque curve is just so flat that, I mean, you shift up, shift down, you got a quick shifter. That's the difference between a 4-cylinder, like an inline 4, and you know, and a twin. I mean, even V-twins, they have a pretty good torque curve and low down torque. Yeah, I could probably make it all the way there, but we'll see. I'm only use the 3rd. Swap my battery when I stop at the gas place. I mean, I think I have, do I have 2 hours of battery or 1 hour? I can't see. Too much shaking. I got some new batteries too. Some no-name ones, because for the price of 1 GoPro battery, I got 2 Mytel, I don't know, something off Amazon, and plus a charger. So, oh wow. It's like a phone booth. It's pretty funny. A lot of kids don't even know what a phone booth is. The phone in your pocket. Don't know what it was like before cell phones. I mean, I know. You didn't have caller ID, you didn't have anything. Someone called, you picked up the phone. We didn't have answering machines for a little while anyway. I mean, I had an answering machine at one point with a cassette tape. Roads like this, man, ooh, baby. Great day to be alive, I'll tell you that. I'm curious to see what kind of gas station this is. I'm sure all these campers, they need it too. I mean, so you need gas for your stuff. Yeah, if you crash off into the side here, if no one sees you, I said that about the, I think it was the 155 I was taking, like Le Tuc down to Shawinigan, up from Lac Saint-Jean. Wood grade, 9%, pretty steep. I mean, you hope that you could drag your broken ass to the road. I guess that's why you should pack maybe a road flare or something, and then you could like light the road flare and try and like, at least throw it up onto the road so someone would see it or smell it, the smoke. Sounds stupid, but if you go off here and it's during the day, I mean, no one's going to see your lights. At night, I don't know how many people are driving at night on here. I wouldn't want to be on this road at night with the headlights on this bike. Well, I'd be driving at 50 kilometers an hour. I did order some LEDs, which I'm not a big fan of normally because the reflector isn't made for it and I don't really want to be blinding people, but the headlight is so shit on this, even with a good H7 bulb. So they were like cheap, and a guy on the BMW forum said he used it and it didn't throw in an error, which is the other thing, the CAN bus error. So I said, you know what, for like 20 bucks, although they haven't shipped, or at least they say they have a tracking number with Canada Post, but it just says like shipped. There's like no statuses, so I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna find it in my mailbox, which I was hoping to get it before before I left, in case I was driving at night, because my initial plan was, like I said, I was going to go to Trinity Bay, stay at the hotel, and then early Saturday morning come up here and then from here go home, like a 900 kilometer day. So I'm not doing that, obviously. As long as I have my hotel, I will survive. It's a travel lodge. The one last night, besides the noise, yeah, I mean, it's dated. You can tell the walls have been painted a few times and stuff, but it wasn't crazy expensive and it was clean. And really, it's not like I'm here with a wife or girlfriend, or you know, or my kids or whatever. It's just basically a place to fucking take a hot shower and then park my old ass in bed. Oh, I like that sign. Yeah, so far you guys in the comments have been, I've only had a few like stupid comments, like, that's why I preface my road test with like, okay, if you're looking for a road test where someone gives me a press bike and I spend a week with it, go look at another channel, because should pay attention, so I'm not gonna like hit the yellow line maybe. So I go a ride in a group. Sometimes it's a good ride, like the BMW ones tend to be good, and sometimes like I had the Indian one, it wasn't so good because we were going slow, you get stuck in traffic and whatever, and people still complain about it, or they're fanboys and they're like, you said something bad about this bike, and I'm like, okay, but I also said I've yet to try a bike I didn't. Oh, sorry, that was a bird trying to commit Harry-can, trying to kill me. I liked pretty much all the bikes I've tried. They're not all for me, obviously, but I think we're in a good spot. I wish Honda made some better bikes, although they do have a CB1000R, kind of modern looking, with the 1000cc inline 4, kind of a naked bike, new version of it. This is probably the furthest north I've been. I'd have to look at a map and to see if like London and is further north, but I don't think so. Oh, definitely gonna stop and stretch. That's the other. I've been driving since 7. I only stopped for about 10 minutes at a Timmy's, and I got a tiny little snack wrap and a juice. So I need a good stretch. But the gas should be coming up. I can go there. Where to? Gas. Okay, it doesn't have it. Pretty good temperature. I'm surprised I'm not dying of heat. I have a t-shirt, long sleeve t-shirt, polar fleece, rain layer, and then the jacket. Yeah, sloppy. I touched the line. %12 grade. Okay, and a turn. This is gonna be fun. Whee! almost in Labrador. I have about a 40-kilometer buffer, if that is right. It said 140 to oh, he's got sand in the trailer. Great. I'll just stretch a bit. The gas stop should be soon. And then when I can check, I have the hotel in the GPS, so I can check from the, oh excuse me, I can check and see if I'll have enough to get to the hotel. I'll try and leave a good margin. Creek. I guess you can go see the other, you could go see Manic 3 that way. love to see them update the concourse. Put cruise control. More adjustable screening. Just give it a little freshen. Because really not a bad bike. Well, I'll be back in a sec. Gonna put some gas, change my battery.